Well, here's something I found out interesting. This new algorithm or feature within Google, YouTube, excuse me. As soon as you upload a video, it seems to, I'm not sure, I'm guessing they now have the capability to take speech in the video, run it up against a computer algorithm software, and the software determines what words you're using in the video, which then puts you in a certain category or whatever of, you know, not quite advertiser friendly or whatever it is, right? So then you might not get monetized videos. And I'm noticing I'm talking about cryptos and WebBot, and automatically it seems like, at least cryptos, I think it may not be the WebBot, I think it's the cryptos side of things that keeps like kind of flagging it. And the interesting thing is, it says like this video may not show ads to everybody, you know, may not be advertiser friendly to all advertisers, which means, and it says either no video ads are going to show up, some video ads might show up, you know, or whatever. So what they've done is, like last night, as soon as I upload my video, the one I was telling you about, and it's still there today, and it still says waiting for review. It now has nearly 7,000 views, and no one's reviewed it yet. So all the ad revenue that could be generated by that video, not happening, which is shooting YouTube in the foot themselves, because they don't get any revenue. I think ultimately they're going to tweak this thing and get it kind of figured out, to be honest with you. I don't think this is the way it's going to be and it's going to stay that way, because nobody wants to lose out on revenue. And a giant like Google/YouTube is not going to want to miss out on revenue. If I get to keep 55% of the advertiser revenue, which I do, and they get to keep 45%, believe me, they want them videos reviewed as soon as possible to get some ads on there. I mean, right? So honestly, it's a new thing. I think they're going to tweak it, whatever. It'll probably come back to normal, but I'm just noticing interesting things, and I wanted to mention that to you. And what they've done is, so as soon as I upload my video, like tonight, within minutes, it could possibly say, sorry, you know, this may not be advertiser friendly. And I click the button, please review it manually. But the reply is immediately, we will do that once your video gets 1,000 views. So wait a minute, you can't check it tonight, considering, well, Jason 4's got nearly 50,000 subscribers, his videos get thousands of views each. That's good enough. No, we need the video itself to get 1,000, then we'll take a look at it. Well, I've got one that's nearly 7,000 as I'm speaking right now. And ain't no review happening yet, right? So this is, I put a little suggestion. Hey, my suggestion would be, if you have people out there with even a kind of a decent following, they shouldn't have to do this 1,000 views thing. Every video they do is going to get over 1,000 views, which means they automatically qualify. Let them click the button without having to wait for 1,000 views. You guys are taking revenue away from yourselves as well. Again, I think they'll fix it, but it is kind of frustrating. So I want to talk about two of these crypto ICOs that I just put a little bit of ETH in both, and maybe a little more than a little bit. You know, I always talk about put 1 or 2 ETH into this one as just a, you know, see what happens and who cares. This is not a see what happens, who cares to me. These two I want to talk about are more like, I think they'll do well, and I want to put some ETH into them. So before I get into that, I tried to remind myself, allow myself to remind myself, try to remind myself, are either of these in the WebBot report? I'm pretty sure the one's not. Let me pause this video real fast and do that due diligence real quick. Stand by. Okay, so the first one I wanted to talk about is not in any of these WebBot report, these crypto WebBot reports. And just briefly, I'll tell you what the name of it is. Rivetz. R-I-V-E-T-Z. The second one is Proppy, a real estate token. P-R-O-P-Y, Proppy. I just put a little bit of, well, maybe I shouldn't say a little bit, a kind of a decent amount. A little bit more than a little bit. How about that? Decent amount of ETH into both. Matter of fact, I split it right down the middle. Again, this is not a small little, let's see what happens. I feel a little stronger about this. One of them, Proppy, is in the WebBot report. I'm going to read what it talked about, and this is from actually the August report, not the September one that was just released. And then Rivetz. We'll talk about that in a second. And by the way, for Rivetz, if you end up getting into this, anybody that signs up, they get an automatic email that says, hey, if you bring other people here, you get 3%. We'll give you the 3% of whatever they end up buying. Not that they're taking it from you, but if they buy 10 Ethereum, you'll get 3% of an ETH worth of Rivetz tokens for kind of referring somebody. So a little disclaimer, I'm going to capitalize on that right now. I didn't know that, by the way. I put my ETH into both of these, got an email back automated. Hey, by the way, if you refer people, here's your link. Oh, sweet. And then I also reached out to the guys, whoever answered, I forget the guy's name actually, I had a little small conversation with about this thing, but I'm talking about the Rivetz one, which is kind of a security apparatus, if you will, for phones, cell phones, keeping stuff safe, blockchain related and whatnot. So yeah, if you happen to decide today when you see this, yeah, you know, I think I want to get in on Rivetz too, do me a favor and use my link. Give me, you know, throw me a little 3% bonus, if you will. I'll put it in the description box, and I'm also going to try to remember to put it in the comment box and pin it so that you can quickly get to it and click the link. Again, that's if you decide you want in on this. Rivetz is not in the WebBot report at all. But how many of these other tokens are also not in the WebBot report that have been doing quite well recently? Right? And Cliff can't cover them all. He said that before. This is me doing my little test. How many tokens are going to be created? That sounds good. What does this thing do? Is anyone else doing it? Well, no. Okay, that sounds good, right? Remember my little 3-step JSNIP process? How many tokens do we get? 400 to 1 Ethereum. That sounds good. I'm talking about Rivetz right now. So again, I put a little good, you know, a little good bit, if you will, if that's even a word, into both of these. Whether you click my link or I really don't care. But if you're going to, you know, hey, throw a guy a bone. So I want to talk about Proppy first. And with Rivetz, I want to make sure you do it right on MyEtherWallet, first of all, because there's a one little extra thing you got to do on MyEtherWallet to get in on Rivetz. And I want to make sure you don't mess that up. But Proppy, I'm going to read you what Cliff High wrote, and this was the August report. While not a fan of the physical asset-backed token, the Proppy token is not going in that direction. Rather than try to back their token with real estate, the approach here is to back their token with the global real estate market. This can work, he says. The data has the space of global real estate sales being eaten by the blockchain over these surprisingly next few years. The space will become crowded and not exclusionary according to the data, but there are also clear signs for a first mover advantage within this space. This space within cryptocurrencies is indicated to be very volatile, competitive, but also shattering and staggering in the wealth flow through this space in general. The data has this space becoming one of the most hotly contended areas involving cryptocurrencies over just the next 2 years. Proppy as an offering possesses many of the qualities that we would like to see in a first move entree of a good, clean vision, good team, solid code design, and a very good, already demonstrating success sales marketing team. From the vantage of this month, Proppy is standing out from the competition in this space. If they can deliver the goods for themselves, they will certainly do so for token holders. Some very serious risks in this space, which will become more crowded over just mere months, so watch your positions carefully. Some of other opportunities in different directions within real estate token space will be visible over the last part of summer and into fall, Northern Hemisphere. So that's his little speech on his webbot. The website, I'll show you right now, is here. tokensale.proppy.com. I'm going to try to remember to put this link as well as the other one, this one, the Rivetz, for you to just click on so you don't make a mistake. Now this one has 27 days left, whatever. They've pulled in 20 Ethereum, 739 Bitcoin on this. Basically, one Proppy equals $1 US, okay? So if Ethereum's $300, essentially you're going to get 300 of these things. 5% bonus left, 3 days left, it says, then a week, 3%, 2%, 0%. So basically you click on this contribute. It makes you sign up on this orderbook.io thing, sign up. I put in everything. I'm from America. My name is this, my email's that, my phone number is this. It sent me a text. I got in. There was no issue. Got it put in the address in MyEtherWallet like we normally do on these ICOs. Worked without a hitch. So that's that one. And yes, I've got skin in the game. I didn't send them an email. Hey, do you offer YouTube personalities a little bonus for marketing your stuff? Which I keep trying to tell myself, you need to keep doing that every time you talk about one of these that you're psyched up about, because you're losing potential extra bonus tokens, right? I mean, why wouldn't I? Having said that, I haven't reached out to these people. I've just been too damn busy right now. So back onto this other one, Rivetz. I'm going to read you this page, basically word for word here, and it'll explain what this thing's actually about, what you can do with it, that sort of thing. And then I'm going to show you how to get in on it and then do this special data line of code, which is a single line, that you have to put into MyEtherWallet in order to make it go through. It will kick back and tell you sorry about your luck if you happen to miss this step, apparently, which is good. But anyways, what is it? The Rivetz token is the cybersecurity token. Together with the Rivetz ecosystem, it provides proof and assurance of privacy and security at a hardware level. Hardware level, not software, not an app. Actually built into your phone is what they're going for. The shift to decentralized security requires that the integrity of the data is also built into the system. Reliance on network observation is no longer effective. The trusted execution environment. Think of the TEE as a private vault inside your phone's hardware. But instead of software like apps, etc., it's already built into your phone, the hardware. Inside of this vault, everything is isolated. No apps or software or operating system can see what's inside. This could be your secrets, your passwords, your keys, or any other private information. The Rivetz token, RVT, uses the RVT token in blockchain to cryptographically prove that the vault in your phone is secure all the way from the manufacturer to your pocket. The RVT blockchain can perform a health check, verifying that your vault's integrity is intact and that transactions you send are exactly the ones you intended. Fundamentally, RVT creates an ecosystem for cybersecurity micropayments. Your banks use RVT to verify identifying for withdrawing funds. Your local store uses RVT to protect its supply chain. Through RVT, everyday society and actions are securely powered by the blockchain. Now, what he's saying is that's what they could do, not they're doing it right now. So let me be clear. Attestation, health, and integrity. The Rivetz system binds the health and integrity of the device to a transaction. When you make an important transaction, the device's health is checked against its healthy condition. Have malware on your phone? Connected to a malicious Wi-Fi hotspot? Rivetz ensures that your transaction will not go through until your device health is restored and it can proceed safely. So I can see where they're going with this, okay? And I think I like it. I think about cars. This car has EcoBoost. Ooh. Hey, Chevy, does yours have EcoBoost? Nah, sorry, only the Fords have those. Oh, I want EcoBoost. What the hell does EcoBoost do? Honestly, not a damn thing. It's a shiny sticker on the back of the car. Now with EcoBoost. But it caught someone's attention. I want that. Right? There are then other ones, flex fuel. Oh, I want a flex fuel car. They actually do something. You could use, 85%, gas to ether, speaking of Ethereum or ethanol. And we can get that stuff for $1.85 a gallon instead of $2.15 a gallon of regular gas. So there's something that says, hey, that car says it and it does something. I want a car that has that. You know what I mean? It's a selling point. So I can just see, in my mind anyways, hey, the new iPhone 17 has the Rivetz chip in it. Oh, what's that? Oh, it's the super secure such and such thing. And even if you're not on blockchain, it still make sure you're safe when you're on public Wi-Fi or whatever, and you're trying to do a bank transaction or what have you. Oh, I want that, right? And then the other phones are going to say, well, I want that too. LG and Samsung and right? We all got to have the same stuff. You know what I mean? So I can kind of see this going down a good path. In my opinion, if they pull this off, understand that this is risky. All of this is risk. But damn it, the reward to me is totally worth the risk. These things all over the board, across the board practically, are doing fantastic. I like what I see here. So anyway, if you do click on join the token sale, it's almost 80% over and they've got 22 days left. It's been going on since the 10th of August, by the way, and ends September 10th, so a full month. Buy now for a 20% bonus. You get 400 to 1. Otherwise, you get 333 to 1 ETH. The cap right now, the initial cap is 70 in this offer offering 70 million. Remember my formula. How many coins are they producing? Yep. This is a good one in my book. Ultimately, there's 200 million tokens, but they will be used. Some will be put on ice for a few years, that sort of thing. Again, I like what I see here. It's 80% roughly done. Not that you have to rush tomorrow morning to get up and, oh my God, I got to get in. I think there'll be plenty when you see this video, should you want to join it. Anyways, you follow through with this. You know, you hit the join, hit contribute. It takes you to the next step, yada, 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 gets you to the point where it basically says, yes, I agree. And then it says, okay, show me the address. Click that. And it's going to tell you, let me pull up my MyEtherWallet. It's going to tell you, here's the address. You need to put 250,000 gas in the gas limit. See down here where it says 21,000? And then see this button on MyEtherWallet that says advanced add data? You need to click that. And on that site, the Rivetz site, which again, it's Rivetz International or intl.com, which again, I'm going to try to link both of these on the description box so you have them to click on so you don't make a mistake and go to the wrong site. Anyways, there's a section that says data, and it's specific to you only, by the way. So if someone's asking, hey, where do I put data? Don't copy and paste something you did and tell them, oh, put this in there. It doesn't really matter. It's not like you're going to get tokens all of a sudden, but it might mess things up over there. Just bottom line is, this is for tracking, I think, for them. And all you need to do is put in the information you see on that page. Don't share it with other people. Now, I do know the address you're sending it to is the same for everybody. I can verify that. But even so, I wouldn't be copying and pasting any of this stuff to other people and say, hey, use this. Just go to the site, sign up, hit the thing. Yes, I'm ready. Yes, I agree. Give me the freaking address. So in this order is how I would do this. Get the data line of code or hash, paste it right here under the data section in MyEtherWallet. Then put in the to address that they give you. How much ETH do you plan on sending? Let's say you're going to do 10 ETH. And gas limit, because a lot of times if you save gas limit, like if you don't do the if you do the gas limit in advance, MyEtherWallet switches it and tries to do an automatic calculation, which we don't want because it says specifically make sure you have 250,000 gas. That's why I saved gas for last. 250000. I now have 250,000 gas limit. And remember the whole thing with the gas, 50 gas, 60 gas. I want my transaction super fast. You don't have to worry about that. For this transaction in the top right corner of MyEtherWallet, you can set that baby to 18, 20 gas, whatever way, and it's fine. We're not in a hurry to jump in on an ICO that's going to sell out in 5 minutes. We're not doing that. So that you can leave alone. So anyways, you got the to address. You've got the send, how much ETH are you sending? And of course, your gas limit must be 250,000. You've got the data line that they give you. Put it in here. Double check that your gas didn't change on you, and it's 250,000. Again, you hit generate transaction. Thing pops up down here. You click yes, I'm sure, whatever. Then another one pops up. Are you sure? Yes, you know you've done this before. And then it's off to the races with that one. Now, with the Proppy real estate, you do not have to do this data thing. That's not necessary. In many ICOs, you don't have to. In this particular one, you do. And that's it. I'm not sure when they're releasing the tokens. I'm going to assume right shortly after the token sale ends. So that'll either be September 10th for this one or earlier if it closes out early. Like if they meet their goal. It's 80% full now, right? So that's it. Anyways, this is two that I just got into. I didn't put a little bit. I put a decent amount. Not a lot, but I put a decent amount of ETH into both of these. I split it right down the middle. And again, fingers crossed. I'm hoping that this one is going to be the right one. So one other thing, let me show you this real quick because this happened earlier. I don't know if it's the same right now. Just an FYI. Back to MyEtherWallet. Now notice the gas price. I got mine set on 26. You could have this right around 18 or 19. That's what I was talking about. It's whatever. But see this network ETH Infura.io earlier today, which was actually Friday, excuse me. This node was down even though it was here. And I thought I sent my ETH off and a little red error popped up, but then my ETH was gone. I'm like, okay, why can't I find it? Why am I not be able to see this? Why isn't it showing up in the transactions? That's because the node, I think that was working with Infura.io that they have was down or something. So I'm just gonna tell you, if you want to be safe right now, See these first ones? MyEtherWallet, the very first default one. Switch it over to that one. This problem may already be resolved, but I don't have ETH to be playing around with right now back and forth to see if it's back up or not. I only liked the inferior one because it was extremely fast, and when it was I.C.O. day and we wanted to get on one before anyone else, remember those days? July? I liked that one because it was very fast. It was very responsive. Now that everything's settled down, it probably doesn't even matter. So anyways, I had to switch it to this one. It loaded up fine. Did my transaction. Okay, now everything's cool. So you might just do the same to be safe, but it's up to you. So yeah, that's it. Those are the two I just got into as of Friday. Again, fingers crossed. Could these things take off? Absolutely. Could they not take off? Absolutely. But we sure hope so, don't we? I've got faith in these two. These are on my list of, I like these a lot list, which I only have a very few of those, right? And so I'm jumping in. We're going to see what happens. I am jumping in. Take care.